Yo,
Guys and car gals, good evening and welcome to the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. This is Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy.
and this is Fred Lenars, the subprime hero.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight and
You know
getting
it.
ready to come to a close, bring to a close the beginning of the last month inside of 2020.
Woo!
Folks, there is some great news to celebrate
Oh,
and
so
great
much
news
stuff,
to
right?
come. So we want to just make sure that you are excited and you are pumped up. Do us a favor real quick. If you value good news, if you value a good time, and if you value making sure that somebody enjoys something that you enjoy, do us a favor and tag a car guy, tag a car gal, share. And get excited. We want to real quick thank our sponsors
Yes.
for helping us be out here tonight, being the solutionaries that we're trying to be and raising the alarm we're raising. Thank you so much, Elite FI Partners. We are so excited that we get the chance to be teamed up with an incredible group of people that are doing some great things for dealerships across the country. Thank you, David. And thank you so much for all of the great people that are out there spreading the word. We just want to make sure that you continue to share the great news that they have going on. And we also want to say thank you so much to Think Ad Group.
You know what's up.
You can get information by
See
going
their name,
to
right? www.thinkadgroup.com.
get you some.
That's right. I love them people out there, man. You got, their whole team are just special people, and they're growing every month. They're doing more and more things. They're staying hip. They're getting ahead of the market. They're looking for things that are innovative. Make sure you reach out to them. I'm not just talking about Think Ad Group. I'm also talking about Elite FI.
Yes.
Uh-oh. All right. So, yes, we have that going on. But then we also have our partner up there. We got a good partner of ours that we're talking about, Jason Garris with Nextel app, right?
Yes.
And Nextel app
Whoa.
is a great app. Bing! Right there, right above Lou's head. Yes, and I appreciate them too. And I appreciate the Nextel. Look for that because it is always about the Nextel.
The number one dealership app in the world. I mean, it is something that you need for prospecting and for churning up the clientele that you're running into every day.
Yep.
It's finding a way to help make sure that they go to work and building your fan base and building your reputation out there in the market. So it's so important that you get a hold of a tool like that. And we have some great solutionaries that have been inside of the cafe and they're brewing solutions with us. And we're just so excited that you're in here with us as well. Welcome to the show, Terry. Welcome to the show, my brother. Joey, what's going on? Still having fun. We got to put up a tree today with mine. She cooked us some fricassé de pollo, and it was fantastic. I'm still so full, but I can't wait to get some more. But car guys, car gals, do us a favor. Again, tag someone,
please share.
Share. Enjoy yourself back inside of this intro. Get yourself moving a little bit as we get to brewing some solutions. Get you some.
Wow.
Focus. Block that is definitely a tune that we want to make sure gets stuck inside of your head and flowing and going with you. My brother called out mom and says, Mom doesn't cook. She cooks when she comes and sees me and when the babies ask to get some food. So
She cooks. She
sorry,
likes the
Joey.
grandbabies get
Yeah.
what they need, right? That's
But,
what always
but
happens.
Joey was the picky one, right? He's the one that only liked Elio's pizza and like, the simple foods that, Joe's mother's crazy because he was so picky. But either way around, she was cooking for me. Joe, what's going on? Charles Higgins, welcome to the cafe. Cheers
Cheers to
you.
every one of y'all. Thank you so much for being here
All
tonight.
you Solutionaries.
I appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a good one. We're excited. We have a lot of things that are coming up, so we're going to be a little bit more busy on production and reproduction and getting all this information that we have gathered over the last freaking basically 12 months, or 11 months, right? So we've put all this information, we've had all these great guests. Now it's time for us to actually use all this content and reuse it and put it out there for you guys and put it in a spot where you guys can be more educated from it instead of just a long story. You can get pieces of stuff that's going to help motivate you. It's going to be like a quick brew, right? So that's what we're going to be working on. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of other things that we need to work on, so it'll give us time. So these nights that we do these, like we start this at 11:30, and then we finish it, whenever we finish it, hour and a half, and then we go to, and then we spend time talking a little bit. And we do things, but now we can sit down and we're going to focus on building again. Now it's time for us to build, and I want you guys to be all part of that. Where we're looking for suggestions on things that you think you want to hear about, talk about, see about, all that type of stuff. We have guests that we need, but we're going to be filling up next year's for season 2. Yeah, we're excited about season 2, and I know you guys should be excited because season 2 is right around the corner next year. Season 2. I'm excited about that.
Wrapping up the year, though, that's what's so exciting for those of you that haven't had the chance to digest or get a full dose or a full brew of all the things that we've put out there. There's only so much time in a day. We get it. We understand. But there's some great value that's coming to you, and it's coming to you in is an announcement for what it is that we're trying to do as a whole inside of this industry with this platform and with the platform that we share with other people. I mean, understand the stuff that you're going to still get between now and when we launch our second season is going to be with people like Sandy Cerami. You're still going to get Scott Joseph is still coming with the full podcast flow. You have Jason Garris you're going to hear more from.
Yep.
Listen, there's a spew of the name. The names mean something, guys. If you don't know what your name means, look them up. But names actually mean something. And the announcement that we have so many Michaels and we have so many Davids that are dropping knowledge and pouring themselves out inside of this cafe, and people that are just people that are known to venture off into the unknown and find success. The Archangel Michael, such a fighter, David, the beloved, but we have Michael Larkin, we have Michael Offmuth, one of our sponsors. We have Michael Dooley from Australia.
Michael Landis.
We have Michael Landis, always right there supporting, and still to come, right? We also, then going through a slew of the Davids. We have David Villa, David Munford. We have Dave Foy.
Foy, yeah.
I mean, goodness, guys, we have so many people. El Patron's got some more stuff that you guys haven't had the chance to see or hear yet.
Yeah.
Ida Mendez, our coffee connection, is dropping some crucial information for those of you that actually enjoy knowing a little bit more about the coffee that you drink. You know what I mean? There's really, so much
important,
great stuff that's out there for you to know. But we all know that you can only digest so much. You can only take so many cups a day, and we are filling up an entire vat filled with information that we want to help funnel out to you and get you.
It's going to be fun to sit there because that's something that if we had. We have full-time jobs, folks, and we love our full-time jobs. So we're dedicated to that. So when we get off, we do these things with our families too. We're also dedicated to our families. Then we do this in our spare time. So the spare time is when our families are sleeping usually, right? So we stay up with just a few more hours. We work really hard. And now we're going to use more of this energy towards, once again, production, getting you guys more content, cleaner content, really precise content on what you want. really, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun to sit here and experiment. So when we put the stuff out, folks, I want to get your opinions on it. I need y'all's ideas. I need your likes and
All of
dislikes.
y'all.
We need everybody's
All of
information
y'all.
because we want to make it as good for everybody as possible.
Yes.
You know, we're going to have a lot of fun with it. It's going to be really clean, great information. Information is what it's all about right now to me. And it's all about what we want to give for you guys. So the more you give, thus the season of giving. So we're ready to sit down and start putting our work in right now to make sure that when 1/20/21 hits, it's going to be fire coming out, right? We're going to have everything up to that point. It's going to be new style content. So when it's time to rock into season two is going to be next level. So we're really excited.
Be ready because we're going to be calling on some of you. There's a lot of,
absolutely.
Of things that we are talking of, and people that are making some noise out there that we definitely want to get onto the show and have some fun with. So be ready for us to call, or maybe just show up with a bag of coffee and a bunch of cups and say, listen, we have an idea, and we want to talk about some fun stuff with you. So just be ready to see some fun new things that are going on. I mean, that are crazy caffeinated. This culture has gone into a subdued mode for a little bit. I believe that we are about to completely bust loose at the seams with vibrant expressions of our very best professionally, relationally, educationally, and we're going to have so much great fun while we do it. So make sure that you stay connected to us. Make sure that you have carguycoffee.com, your plug into everything that's brewing. If you want to get nice looking gear, appreciate Chris jumping in here, who you're going to hear some from him too. Chris Power Gomez is somebody else that is a brand expert that can help you get yourself branded the proper way. And he's got some great content that's going to be churning up inside of the coming time before we hit season 2. So just know, guys, there's some great people that are out there, but you can get you some of this swag. You can get you a nice hat. You can, get you a nice shirt, an inspiration shirt. And make sure that people know that you are a solution brewer.
Boom. It's the best.
Get you some.
For the car guy in your life. If you need to find that little knickknack, those little side gifts that you get somebody that'd be really cool to them. A hat like this, or a shirt that says, keep growing, or forgive, focus, fly, or just a car guy coffee shirt.
Solutions?
Our car guy coffee shirt is probably one of my favorite shirts I own, period. The gray, and it's got the logo on it. They're very comfortable. Nice. I give them to friends that are not even in the car business. They're just really, really close friends. And they always tell me, where do you get those shirts made, man? Those are nice. Like they're just the material. It just doesn't, just feels good. I'm like, I agree.
Speaking of shirts,
amazing.
Show these guys. One shirt.
All right. So, yes, absolutely. So, I'm excited about everything that we're trying to do right now. We got a few things that we want to talk about also. We want to start this. We want to start helping the local foster kids with getting Christmas gifts. And I want to make sure that they have the best Christmas of their lives. So even if, right now, we probably have really good opportunity right now to give them a pretty good Christmas, but I want to make it a great Christmas. So we're going to be putting out some stuff out there for that. I whatever we can put together, 100% of it's going to go 100% into the hands of that. All the presents and all that. There's not going to be any outside company getting money for it or whatever. We want to make sure it's done right. So we'll put out some posts about that here soon. The sooner the better. It's probably only I think a goal of $1,000 would be really cool. So if you guys could help out with that, would mean a whole lot. I'm going to talk about that a lot. I'll probably bring it up in every one of my quick brews and whatever, when I do my lot walks and stuff, I'll probably bring it up also at the beginning of all of them, because I want to bring it up immediately, because I want that to be the first thing that people see. And then I'm going to talk about, because that's really important. So to me it is. And I think it's a great thing. The more you give, the more you get. Make sure you guys do the same thing. Find a cause in your local community. Make sure you're doing those type of things right now. Make sure that you're talking to your people in your dealership and seeing how they're doing, making sure they're going to have a dinner at their house, make sure they're going to have this, because though you as a manager, as a leader, a lot of times, you get by, you've handled it. You've been in the business long enough. You knew how to manage your money by now. You make a pretty good income, I would assume. Right. So if you're doing it right. But so salespeople, sometimes they go through these little fluctuations, and currently in this world, it's been a really crazy world. So sometimes these salespeople, you're going to have your superstars like my Patrick this month, hoorah, Patrick, big dog Patrick. So so my guys are watching. But yes, No, I mean, dude, it's just a fun inner
It is.
competition.
It's
It's a lot.
awesome. I
It's
love
really
it. I
great.
love it. They know that
But
door is
some
supposed to
some
stay
people excel and some
courtyard.
people just had a bad time through it. It's really 100%. It's all what's going on in this world. It's been in between people's ears the whole time. It's like people's mind are just going crazy about what's next, what's happening. So they hold on to that. And what that really is just like what we talk about with forgive. It's you're holding on to just all this stuff that you are not forgiving. Like you're letting all the weight of the world that you have no control over. You're letting, the things that you've seen happen in the past. It's going to happen to me again. That type of stuff, or you got to let that go. So key, so key, so key, so key, so
key.
key.
Speaking of being in key, folks, there's a lot of things that, of course, can be very easily distracting you from the places you're trying to get your business, and that's whether you're a salesperson or you're an owner.
Yep.
Or you're a solutionary that's maybe a vendor for a dealership. No matter what the limitations seem to keep piling up and being, there's answers for you if you actually are seeking the truth, if you're trying to seek out that light, if you're trying to seek out that knowledge. I encourage you, be diligent about looking for those solutions. Be diligent about also looking for those solutions for other people. Sometimes when I have a bit of a motive to get an answer for uh, my wife or for my kids or for a salesperson or for you know what I mean? Or for anybody. If there's something that you're looking for, I'd love the opportunity to go find that answer. That's kind of that innate part of a great, I believe, successful sales person in general is that they enjoy the task of hunting out the solution. You know what I mean? Of finding that.
A real salesperson,
Right,
like
right.
a real solution,
An honorable solution.
Like there's like there's salespeople out there that they're the ones who only want laydowns, and anybody who's not a laydown to them is just
they don't want to.
The moment they hear no, so they're like to me, that's not you're not a salesperson until this customer says no. You're at that point, you're just their friend. You're just trying to help them, and you are. But as you get to a certain level with customers, it's not that you're trying to manipulate them. It's just that they are accustomed to a certain way of buying vehicles, right? So when they're looking at a certain way of buying cars, the way their dad showed them from 30, 40 years ago or whatever, you know what I mean? It's not the same anymore.
No.
Nothing is the same anymore. I mean, the way we get gosh bless, it's a whole different world. It's a whole new world.
Well, man, I won't even get into that.
But that's what it is. So, that as a salesperson job is the fun part is when you have people who have that trial that they're trying to give you, so you're like, okay, hold on. I understand what you're saying here, but let me explain why that doesn't make sense in today's economy, the way it works and how you purchase a vehicle in this process now. But the thing is, the way and you can show how it saves them days of purchasing, time and headache. When it all just boils down to, do you like the vehicle, and I can prove to you it's a fair price. I can show you that these numbers are correct. The interest rate is not based off of what I say it is. Of course, the interest rate is all determined by your credit history, your job time, and then of course what banks say yes and whatever their terms are that they have current for those types of parts that so every bank's different. So you may go to one bank, get 12%, another bank gives them 18%, but that bank that gave them 12% won't give them enough advance because they need that. This person's got $4,000 negative equity, so you got the 18% is where it's at for that. So that's kind of the conundrum.
Ooh, that is a nice
It's almost like for them, it'd be smarter for them to come up with a few $1,000s down to be able to stay at that lower number, right? But it's just
if that's possible for them, and that's where everything inside of that juggling act
absolutely
of putting together a loan is where you need a subprime hero inside of your store, because not everything is going to match perfectly to the rate sheet that the bank puts out there, especially when there's a relationship to be had between the actual dealership and the finance company. When people get to actually hear you out and look for a reason to help the customer rather than looking for a reason to disqualify them, it changes the way that business gets done. And so with that, it's just important that the processes are put in place, but the tools are actually there. You know what I mean? And the resources and the people. All of these moving parts is the juggling act that every dealership is trying to come out successful in. Right? They only want to spend so much money to get the customer in, and they only want to spend so much money to get the attention of that customer. And so
Facts.
whatever seeds you're sowing are going to be the fruit that you're reaping, or the fruit that you're growing. So it's so important that there is a synergy all throughout the dealership and the relationships that they have outside,
Right.
but it also is at the base of the customer to the salesperson in saying, hey, look, I am not just here to sell you something and to make money to pay my bills. I'm here because I want to find the best solution for you. And if I don't have the best solution for you, I want to at least put you on a path that gets you closer to it. I don't want to be somebody that impeded you
Right.
from
No,
moving forward. You
absolutely.
know what I mean?
You
I
know,
want to set you on a good
it's just
path.
the old school in what he's, and I know what you're saying. That's 100% correct, man. It's the thing is the resistance that you have between customer and salesperson, initial resistance, a lot of times is just the fact that the way it was done in the past
Right.
was
Right.
always so underhanded. You know what I mean? Like people would always try to, people would always feel like they're getting over on each other. So it was either the
Right.
salesperson was
Right.
getting over on the customer or the customer was getting over on the salesperson. So it was always a
Yeah.
battle.
Why do we got to trick each other?
It's not
You
a
know what I'm
battle
saying?
anymore. And that's part of what I
Right.
think that I've really perfected in my craft. And I know Lou has also,
Mhm.
is getting to the brain of the customer and explaining to them, look, I'm not here to battle you.
Yeah, I am a human.
Dude, I'm
Please
literally
treat me
in the
like a
business
human.
of solving your transportation problem, helping you get to the next level of purchasing, of life, letting this be done quick and simple so you don't have to do and spend 2 to 3 days, or even if you go to just one store and spend half a day there, that's ridiculous. I can get you in and out in less than 2 hours easy. And that's if we look at more than one car. If I can help you out in the car that of your dreams, first test drive, then it's probably an hour. So amazing time. You shorten their
Amazing.
time. You're being honest with them, but you're trying to eliminate that resistance by just building trust. And that's what all boils down to when you're a salesperson, is building trust with them, building rapport with them, truly building rapport. Not, hey, yeah, buddy, you married? Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. Kids, right on, man. Me too. Yeah. Wow. Whoa. Yeah.
Mhm.
You got to be more real and not necessarily act. I've heard a lot of managers say you got to be an actor. Yeah, sorta. What you do in a way, but not really. You still be true to yourself, but really listen, like as if you're trying to make new friends. You don't want to cross too far into friend land, trust me. But you do want to get enough to where they believe that you're their friend in the car business, right? You're the guy who's going to guide them through this process to save them that time and money, to make it easy and simple, right? Because nobody wants to go through this hard, long process of buying a vehicle. Even perfect credit doesn't, to the worst credit doesn't. So it doesn't matter. They don't want to go through this process. Now, there is some of those old guys that I do love. They come on a lot, and that's all they want to do. They want to go through that process of negotiating and vendor trading and doing all this crazy stuff that,
The way it
but
was
it's fun.
depicted to them.
Yeah.
You can remember, media, guys, is powerful.
It truly
Powerful.
Is, truly
So
is.
the way that you see things in movies, TV shows, and commercials is the way people actually leave the house and sometimes try to do them. It's no different than when it was you having a dial on your television set that had 13 numbers on it, or a something like right now where you see ads nonstop everywhere you go. But you, for the most part, act the way that media teaches you in a lot of ways, and people will, you can debate me on that, but people think that the things in the movies actually happen, right? I met a lot of uh, TV gangsters, right? That aren't so gangster.
They're my favorites.
A little when it's time to get gangster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have
True.
a lot of
Right.
you have a lot of influence that comes from media,
Right.
but the people that interact with the customer interact with them because the way the media has taught them to go buy a car still. So that's the thing that we have to make sure that we are being really like so laser focused and understanding to the customer. We got to get a message to them that that experience is not going to be this contentious giant fight to
Right.
manipulate you. It's going to be the best way to help you,
And
you
that's
know.
the
And
whole point. And you're right, not to cut you off, but that's the
no,
whole point of Car Guy Coffee, guys.
right,
I mean, when it first started, our first like initial thought was, of course, to have fun together, hang out, right? It's cool. It's cool because we're building something. There's nothing better than doing something with somebody like that, right? But the other side of it is really it comes down to like changing the what people think, not us. Yes, us, but
car guys,
what people that are not car people, people who come in, our clients, the people who buy vehicles, which are some car guys, what they think about the buying process and what they think about car people. I remember you always
Right,
hear the
come on.
joke, used car salesperson and lawyers are the worst of the world, right? This and that, right?
My kids go to school and hear that every day.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying? But they hear that. And
I
they're
get,
like, my dad isn't that guy. What is wrong with
when I
you?
first
You know
got
what
in
I
the
mean?
business, I would get that from my uncles. They would always joke on me about it, but I didn't really care because I remember my wallet was getting fatter and fatter every year, and I was like, man, I'm buying all kinds of cool stuff, bro. I don't know. So, and I love it. And the thing is once again, it always boils down to, at the end of the day, it's the relationships that you build, and it's not your clients' relationships. So, and then as you build relationships with clients, you step up to the next level. Now that clients that you have become your whatever your network is there at the dealership. That passes on to all your people that you're working with, right? They're coming in, you're throwing them bones. I mean, you're throwing them like all kinds of deals. Like, hey, come on, yeah, this is one of my customers. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Now you're passing that gift on, but you're giving them good service because you trained and you poured into those people on how you do it. Most likely, I would hope, and you just keep rocking and rolling that way. And it just keeps building at that type of level where you just pass it on, and you're just giving all you can to the business, and that's the love of it.
I mean, the best way for you to really ever complete learning something, and actually you continue learning something,
Always, you're
is
continually learning,
by
right?
teaching. By teaching someone. When
Amen.
you teach your son how to do something, it ignites something inside of you that makes
Yep.
it better. Freddie's a black belt, so he'll be in front of many other people and explaining to them, this is how you do this.
Yep.
This is how you do these forms, and this is how you get to this level. And it's because of a due diligence that was put in before that he gets the chance to help be that example to other people, just like others that are inside of this business. The thing is that you don't get there by not being challenged.
All right.
You don't get there, you don't get promoted by having less to do. You actually pick up more. So the more that you sow, the more you get trusted to carry and sow some more.
No doubt. So, in what Lou's saying is so true in martial arts. Like, so as a white belt, you're just need to know the basic, and you're not. I mean, you actually are shunned to if somebody tries to show you shunning. You're just
Shunning
shunned
like
in
it's
the
all.
dojo, right? We call it dojang in Taekwondo, right? So we in a dojang, like, so if you're a white belt, we're not going to show you anything to do with yellow belt. We're not even going to show you the advanced kicks, nothing like that. You need to focus on your basic fundamental. We talk about it all the time, building your fundamental right, perfect fluid fundamentals, right? So you you're building it right. So with martial arts, it's the same way, but then you get to your yellow belt, right? And that's the next level. Then you have to not just know all the white belt, and you have to maintain the white belt stuff, right? Then you get to the yellow belt. Now you have to get all that correct, learn all the stuff that you have, all the different techniques, and not just your forms, but the different kick styles that you're learning, the different types of blocks, terminology that you have to start learning. It's cool. But imagine that, layer that up 10 times, 10 different levels. So now you're at like a 10th different level. And now you have all 10 of these forms that you have to know, all 10 of these different types of kicks that you have to know, all 10 of the different terminologies that you have to know, all 10 of so much. So it just much like being a leader in a dealership, or being, when you first start as a car guy, you're on the floor, your level of understanding as a green pea pre getting your tie cut, it's a different level. It truly is. And it's not that it's a bad thing. I think it's a great thing, right? So it's the way you build up. So, but you have to be patient. And like I was
Right.
saying,
It
it's
takes
not
time to
about look.
build
You
that.
can't.
Right.
Don't be a green pea and say, I want to know how to do finance right now. You can and you will learn it. But understand that until you build that fundamental base of understanding, because it won't work, and you won't have longevity, and you won't find it as a career. You'll find it as a job instead. You're like, I hate doing this, right? So make sure that you build it up right. Make sure you do it right. It's okay to fast track. Yes, I
Yes,
encourage
yes,
it,
yes. Some people are fast trackers.
but build it up. Sell 20 cars at least once, right? Do that at least
So
once.
what were the keys that we saw from the fast tracker series, right? I
Oh,
mean,
man, there was a
because
lot of
to be a
keys.
fast tracker, guys, I want to make sure that we do reignite that brew. Let's go ahead and pull that off the shelf real
Mhm.
quick and brew that up for you. That this is a solutionary lifestyle that is saying, hey, I can only get further down the track if I take some of the wisdom for somebody who's already had an extensive amount of exposure to the track, and I condense that into my understanding, and then I apply it properly. Or you go through the lifestyle of experience. So you can either learn the lifestyle. You can go through it and figure out what it actually took to get there, or you can learn from somebody, master what somebody else knows,
Right.
and then apply that properly, right? So not every teacher is the same. Master Lee is a totally, completely different teacher. You can get all of the same types of certifications and belts from people. Um, but not everybody's going to get a master league type of experience, right?
No,
Not everybody's going to get the same type of person giving
it's
them that.
it's different traditions. Like so, you can have 5 Taekwondo schools all within in a 100-mile radius, right? So, in those 5 Taekwondo schools, they're going to teach different stuff, every one of them, even if they have the same original grandmaster. Because
Mhm.
as people start to do things, they adapt, and that's what's cool about this business. It's the same thing. It's
You have
nothing
to
wrong with
adapt.
that. Your base is the same, right? But maybe he suggests that he believes that throwing a side kick is a little bit better this way, or maybe he thinks that a certain type of high block should be done up this way because of his experience that he's been through. That's nothing wrong with that. That is you. That is he has earned that. He has been there. He's like, look, I've worked on my craft for 15 years, right? And I've been doing it pretty much every day, and I love what I do. And I want to show you guys how I do it. And that's called his legacy. He's leaving his mark on the world, and it's like that with car people. You'll run into 10 guys in a room, the best in the world, and every one of them do it differently. They have a lot of the same base stuff, right? But at the end of the day, they're going to have different ways they do this. They're going to have different ideas. But that's what's the beautiful part about this. It's art. It's
Right.
really artwork, and you can have so much fun doing it. And in the meanwhile, as like Charles Higgins said, it's about the relationships you build.
Yes.
Once again, with your clients, with
Yes.
the people on your team, with your with your vendors. With
True.
it's let me tell you a secret, folks. The secret of life is building relationships. Your
Relationships
relationships
over
and
revenue.
real relationships over
It's the family.
the family.
Family.
All right, so
But no, but serious and seriously silly. I do want to kind of hit another quick pieces on that, guys. When you have these relationships that get connected and you get these tools that get plugged in for your business to grow, again, it's so much more fun when you're constantly trying to discover something new. When you feel like that's it, this is all you're going to get out of this toy, this adventure, this relationship, that fire goes out. You want to always make sure that you're trying to uncover the new great way to have more fun and keeping that fire going. That's why it's so important that inside of a marriage, you're always trying to find a way to stoke that fire, that you're trying to keep things revved up, and keep pursuing each other, right? The love, a true love, is in constant pursuit of, and people that truly love the helping people with their product are always pursuing somebody to help them with it. They
right.
really don't even know that that's inside of them. That place in them is trying to chase out someone to bring them the solution that they have for a problem that they most likely have. Anyway, but saying all of that, when connecting just all of these pieces to the puzzle, you have people, that are in here that know what it's like to go through challenges inside of their business, that know what it's like to come through successful and find the way to fail forward. And so many people are available for you to learn from, that
Yes.
in order to truly fast track, you want to be able to listen to those people that have learned, see some of the tools that they have, put them to work in your flow, in your way, because at the end of the day, it's going to be your cup that needs to be filled. It's going to be your cup that needs to have something inside of it. And you have to be intentional about getting something inside of your cup. So although we're saying we're brewing solutions, yes, you're brewing solutions. Who is the master of your moment? You know, there is one master, but he is giving you a tool. You have the same very similar ability to manifest things inside of this world if you believe them, and if you actually speak them into existence with faith and put work behind them. You can reap great things, and many of you already have done so inside of your businesses. And we're watching you all, and we're motivated by you all, and we're so encouraged that we get the chance to brew solutions with you all, and that we get the chance to just put a smile on your face. You may never take anything; they may never take nothing that we say seriously, but they'll get a giggle, they'll get a laugh.
Every once in a while, they'll,
you know what I mean?
At least they'll laugh at us or with us.
With
Either
us,
way,
whichever
I'm okay
one, like
with
funny,
it.
like ha
I'm all right
ha,
with it.
or funny, like uh-oh, you know, like either way, we're glad to bring a smile. We believe
always
that
are, man.
no matter what you're wearing, we appreciate people saying things about the different ways that you'll see us dressed. You know, of course, this whole time period has changed the way that people present themselves professionally.
Yeah.
But no matter what we are wearing on our heads, on our bodies, on our feet, the most important thing that we can ever put on is that smile, is that encouragement, right? Is showing those teeth that Mama paid for, right? The to make sure that we are showing the encouragement. You know, when I hear my guys sitting there talking on the phone, you know, I'll be like, hey, that really didn't sound like you were smiling at all. Man, I was smiling. What you talking about? You were smiling. I was sitting there right there looking at you. You were not smiling. You know, and the customer knows it. That's why they hung up on you. You know, but it's so important that you are smiling. And draw that out. You know, I usually go to my guys. You know, if they're not smiling and they're on the phone, they're in there and they're so focused. I'll just go over there, make a big circle. I'll be like, watch, make a big circle, and then walk away. And then, you know, and then they'll jump back into their call. You know what I mean? But get your guys to smile. I promise you, it'll change your life, and it'll just be better at work when everybody's
no
smiling. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
You know, start with the smile. Make sure that you forgive, focus, fly. Which we didn't actually kick this entire thing off.
I've been wanting to talk about it, but you know, we've been flying with.
Yeah, we have been,
but, you know,
having a good talk.
We have been.
We
have a lot to talk about, folks.
Yes,
seriously, like. Before we're gonna get to this forgive, focus, fly, and it's really important that we do that. But just understand that we're getting ready to drop some pretty cool content. So please comment and share these contents. Let us know what you think, because we're gonna be doing some. I'm gonna do some creative editing. Right, I want to do some pretty cool stuff. I really want to do some cool like cut editing. I've seen a lot of stuff. You know, like a lot of people like talk like, do you like cheese? Do you like burgers? And it's like different cuts. Do you like this? Do you like that? I want to just have fun. I want to enjoy that. I want to do some good things, because we have all this stuff now. We have all this. I mean, a year worth of content. Literally, we can use content from before the podcast came out and throw it in there to show you guys like differences of what's happened and how far everything has come, and how our guests and how even the way we set up in here looks. You know, it looks completely different than when we first started. Mm-hmm. Which we kind of want to do a little change in here. Maybe we might change it up a little bit. I do have a special skateboard getting built right now. That's really awesome. So I can't wait for that to come in. But pumped up,
going to be pretty
motivated.
Awesome. Thank you so much for everybody that's been jumping inside and giving us some love. Real quick, let's blitz those. Terry, what's going on? The studio that never sleeps. That's because we're sipping solutions inside of Car Guy Coffee. Again, my brother Joey and Charles. Talk about Mama Don't Cook. Throw some cheers up there. Cheers, Michael.
Can't point right. Why
Which way? Which way?
I'll do this way.
Okay, Terry, what's up again? Charles, Richie Bello. Man, Richie. Again, somebody that you should listen to, folks. There's a lot of wisdom out there for somebody that is very, very knowledgeable. Important stuff that you get. Charles Higgins again. Charles has a great testimony. I love hearing great news. So check this out. Is that what? Oh, this one right here. So he says, my whole month was built off of repeats and referrals. I take no lot ups, no internet leads. That's because of relationships. That's because of relationships, and that's 100% how it should be if you've been in this business for 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years. which Charles Higgins is a veteran that we do applaud, and we know that he is a solution brewer wherever he is. But again, your relationships are going to make sure that you always have business. The right relationships in a community is what keeps a business in business. So it's important that you utilize that. Uh, no days. Nowadays, you got to smile with your eyes. Yes, that is the challenge. 100%, Michael. Thank you so much
It's simple,
for saying
man. I
that.
do it all
Is
the time.
making sure that they know.
You gotta raise those cheeks, even if it's fake. Just raise the cheeks. Everybody knows how it looks. Look, it's simple. I do it all the time. It's not a challenge. They always. I could be walking by and I just go. That's it. You know that's a smile. And then you can
especially if you're nodding. You're nodding.
Smile. Put a finger
I'm
on
usually like kind of moving a bit.
He's going, "Hey, buddy. Yeah, man.
I promise I'm smiling under here."
I really
Yep.
am.
Okay.
So yes.
Anyway, but seriously, the smile is so important.
He's right, though.
So
You do smile.
important.
It's all smiling with your eyes. It's literally just.
That's what my kids always said. You know, Daddy, you smile with your eyes.
Always.
That's the smile. Can't even see him. All right. So let me see. 5-foot rule. Just say hi.
Don't just say hi.
Don't just say hi.
Yes.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of times that first you get that resistance, and then immediately as you talk to them and they feel like you're not trying to sell them right off the rip, their arms go from crossed to opened up. They're more swinging their arms now. They're talking about their dog and how that it likes wet food, not dry food, and they get all into all that, and that's good. You're supposed to know that. That's ammo. That's I shouldn't say that, but it's true. It's knowledge that you have. Didn't you tell me that your dog? Yeah, wouldn't your dog love to be? There's so many things that you can really build up by listening to what people have to say, and they would agree.
Well,
they could start visioning that. They're like,
they want to hear that back to them. I mean, my wife does the check for learning, with me to make sure before I leave that I'm getting everything that she just said to get. You know what I mean, and repeat it back to her. And that affirmation that a customer wants, and actually their guard a lot of times goes down when they know that you're certain that you can solve their problem. When they know you're certain that you can solve their problem, they start understanding. Okay, I'm with somebody that knows what they're talking about. Dude, you go ahead and lead me to the solution that I'm looking for.
That is how I've led in my last at least 10 closes. When I went in for a turn, I went in and the thing that I would say is I'm here to solve your problem. I'm a solutionary, right? Ooh. And they're always like, "Oh, you are," and they always say that, and I'm like, "Yeah." I said,
like, "Yes."
I said, "I always come in here. I'm not here to sell you anything. That's why I say I'm not here to sell anything. You've already been sold. You like the vehicle. You're sitting here. You're agreed. If the terms and figures are agreeable, you would buy it right now, right?" They always say, "Yeah." I'm like, so I'm just here to figure out a way to get you to not get you to. I'm here to figure out a way to find that we can make this affordable for you and it makes sense to the bank. So let's sit down and talk about this. And they immediately they just want to hear somebody with confidence, somebody who
that can confidently listen to what
knows what they're
saying and say it back to them. Okay, so let me better understand what you're saying you want. It's a this, and a this, right? And if I get you that inside of a time limit, surely you want that, right? Yes. Okay. Well, great. Let me show you how I'm going to do that. Can I coach you now? Yes. Okay. Well, let me lead you into this direction. Yes. Okay. Well, they just said, yes, I can coach them. And I asked them to let me lead them. And they accepted. And now I lead them. And from there on, I don't have to ask for the permission anymore. No more. And their guard should be down. And in the process of getting what they want should turn into fun for everybody involved. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. If they're not having fun, you're probably doing it wrong. Make it your mission to make sure they have fun no matter what. Let that be the impression that they have when they're there no matter what, even if you don't get the sale. Make sure that they have fun meeting you. Make sure that they cannot forget that they met you, and they have to have fun inside of that experience. Otherwise, it's not going to stick to them because it's painful as it is because of the predators out there. Let people that are solutionaries like you that really want to help people be the ones that lead them confidently, but know what you're doing, know what you're talking about, know your programs, and be properly brewed up, ready to deliver and at the right temperature. You're the temperature setter. You guys are the thermostats.
Yes.
You know, you set the temperature for how things should act and where your customers at. And if they're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. You know,
Wrong dong.
wrong, wrong, ring, ding, dong.
Ring ding wrong ding dong.
They want someone that cares enough to listen. 2 ears, 1 mouth. That's right.
What? That doesn't
That's
make any
right.
sense. I don't get that. Charles, you're talking
Charles, you speak all that
nonsense right there.
sense.
What is going on
Stop
right there,
making
buddy?
noise.
Quit talking about treating customers right. Yes, of course, Charles. I love you for that. It's exactly right, and that's why you're being successful. Because people really want to treat the people good. So treat the people good. I got coffee. That's Brew.
Man, guys, I'm about at the end of my cup.
Oh, I know. I just actually
And
just took
we've
a
been
lesson.
we've been brewing some solutions, but we're really excited.
Oh,
Again,
we almost at the bottom.
things that are coming. So just to rattle through real fast again: Sandy Cerami, Scott Joseph, Jason Garris, Michael Larkin, Michael Offmuth, Michael Dooley, David Villa, David Munford,
Dude, is that
Dave
how much
Foy,
content we're getting ready to
El
drop? over the next few
Patron,
weeks?
Ida Mendez. I mean, oh my goodness, Christopher Power Gomez. There's so much good stuff that's coming out there.
Joking.
Charles Higgins,
You're
some more
joking.
with Charles Higgins is actually going to be out there, guys. There's so much that's happening. Michael Larkin is actually doing some fun stuff that we want to make sure that we get the chance to highlight again between now and the end of the year. But I can't wait for you guys to see all of the fun stuff that's coming out of these brews. But these people are filled with information and great solutions for you to take and apply to your life. And we're just so thankful that we get the chance to deliver them to you. You know,
I do. You know, and I know Lou and I we break down weeks into episodes. Like, so basically 1 week is one episode. But if you actually look at how many different podcast episodes we've actually just put out pieces, we've actually put out 102 pieces of content. 102. So we put out 102 pieces of content basically in about 10 and a half months. So it's a lot. That's how much information we have. Not only do we have the sound that we put out there, but we have the video to all that. So we're going to do a lot of amazing things with it. We're going to put out some really good content. We're going to, re-talk about people's products that where they were. It'd be kind of cool to maybe get do a 5-minute thing with these guys and talk about where they're at now after we interview them, right? Like an Adam Marburger, where how far he's come since the beginning of COVID. That's when we interviewed him, right? So we interviewed El Patron at the beginning of that. We know a lot of us already know where he's gone, but we need to interview him again. He's already agreed. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, but a short one. We don't need to do the 10-hour, whatever. We could just do a quick, hey, this is a follow up with you. What's been going on? Like basically fresh news one more time. Just the fresh news.
Just another fresh.
We get a fresh news on them. Boom, boom.
We can't make it on one cup of coffee. People, you got to get you some more of it. If you find a good cup of coffee, go get you some more and share it around. Michael Landis is completely correct. We do have a all-star lineup that's coming, and the brews just keep getting better.
It's season 2's coming, guys.
It's all in the follow-up also, right? That is an entire series where we're going to get the chance to make the connections between all of the people that have been in here inside of the cafe. We can't wait to where we can be around other human beings and connect everybody cafe style, brewing solutions, and getting things started for our business. We can't wait to actually be out there and meet you and see some of you solutionaries, hear some of your testimonies, share some great news. You can really feel the energy from people when you're around them, and we can't wait to get that buzz so high that we are all so to the
102 podcast episodes.
Oh my goodness, that is a lot.
My God,
man, I was building it somewhere.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you.
It's okay.
Oh my God,
I lost it.
I just was like.
That is a lot. That is a lot of content that's out there, and there's so much more to come, guys. There's a lot of pieces to this puzzle that you can't possibly. Again, you cannot get through it all. So go get you some of it, whatever it is that you want. Some Cargal coffee, some Carguy coffee, some solutions for your dealership from vendors, or some solutions from dealers about how to make sure that you keep a caffeinated culture inside of your store. It's all out there. You can get some of that. Okay. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. I mean, I'm gonna get just all pumped up now. This whole cup is in me. I'm all motivated.
Dude,
we got some some fun stuff to do.
We're real pumped up. You know, Lou was just breaking down what we're doing, what's coming up, our lineups. He has name dropped a lot. You know, if he was like, you know, if we were at a party, we're like, yeah, man. People like, he's a name dropper, but hey,
no,
we actually have
their
footage.
name deserves to be dropped.
We have footage of us talking to these people. We are friends with them.
They're my friends.
No, they're actually really great people.
They're great people.
They're all Solutionaries.
Great people.
The whole beginning of it was Rise of Solutionaries, and though that was just a 5-week series, it's been the whole thing. That's what it's been the whole time. It's been a rise of the Solutionaries. We've had a lot of great connections. We're looking forward to more connections, and you know, we're looking forward to season 2. I'm telling you. So here for the next month and a half, get ready for some great content. If we do some lives, if we do a live with somebody, it would just be a fresh news. That's what we'll do. It'll be called the CGC Fresh News follow-up, fresh news, or whatever. There'll be something like that.
Fresh follow-up.
Fresh follow-up, or refill.
Yes, or a refill. I like the refills. Get you a refill.
That's
Get
what
you a refill.
We're gonna call it the
fresh
refizzle.
refill.
Yeah,
yes.
guys, we got the refill coming out. Ooh, what's going on?
I like it.
Boom, boom, boom. And
So,
I think our very first one should be. Truthfully, we should do the Cargal coffee, ladies. We're gonna have the Sisters of Saving. Maybe we should introduce that type of episode with them. Really quick show talking about what's fresh with them, because they have a lot of fresh news to talk about.
Big stuff. One of them is in Mexico.
And when they get back, they're gonna get hot. I think that we're gonna probably. We still need a mastermind with them about if it's going to be more live shows, or is it going to be pre-recorded and then it gets put out, which way we're going to do it. And obviously we'll figure that out. We could just release it all through here, whatever. We'll figure it out. We could use this, because we have so many different platforms. We could just be like bing bong bong bing. So it's going to be huge. The Car Guy Coffee Cafe is just becoming bigger and bigger. We just busted over 400 people in our cafe. Wow.
And these are Solutionaries. This is not just anybody's in the cafe with you folks.
It's Car.
You know, we want to make sure that true Solutionaries are in there.
Really nice people in there that are really trying to grow, and I appreciate every one of y'all. You know, and I want to thank you for all the thumbs up on the mastermind thing. That's really cool. Made me feel good. I think that it's a great idea too. I'm not saying necessarily it's going to happen, but most likely one day it will. And I think that it needs to happen in this market, in this world, in subprime just needs to have a hero, and we all need to be it. So this whole mastermind needs to be a subprime hero mastermind. You know, that's what it needs to be. Mm-hmm. And then necessarily that tag subprime hero could be for everybody, you know, anybody and everybody. So, you know, can you imagine that commercial? I'm a subprime hero. I'm a subprime hero. I'm a subprime hero. I'm
a subprime hero.
You're a subprime hero?
Well, great. Here's my
right.
And here's my
right. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So,
right. So paying attention to that, folks, and staying future focused, that is the series that we're in right now, where you are hearing Sandy Cerami come through and talk about some key things, especially about the 6 inches in between the ears, and making sure that your mindset is properly calibrated, which is at core what we're trying to get to. We want to make sure that we penetrate the heart, and that the heart is pumping the right stuff to the brain for the brain to be processing through the things that you need to stay focused on.
Yep.
So at heart, we want to make sure that you are doing things the way that you're supposed to be doing them, and the way that you dream to do them, and that your mind is focused, because it's easy to be distracted. It's easy to get stuck in your head, and it's easy to walk backwards, hoping that you can get a push forward. Well, we want to encourage you. Put something inside of your cup that charges you up and gets you moving forward.
Like
the Car Guy Coffee podcast has been delivering these things to you for the past year, and we're so excited about it, but there's so much more to come. But speaking of some of these tools, listen, folks, we understand if we know guys that do stuff for dealers. Again, the Next Sale app.
I know a guy.
That is a key piece that we believe you need inside of your store. And we're making sure that you know that that's available for your guys. And if you're a salesperson, you can have it directly on your phone, whether or not your dealership purchases it. So there's things that if you want to ask questions about it before you actually call them, or you call Elite FI, or you call the think tank, call us, ask us, message us, ask us what we really think about them off the camera, whether or not they're sponsoring us and they're with us on screen. We'll tell you what we really think about them and their product for your store and how it could help. And if it's right for you, great. If not, okay. But if you have a question about it, please, I can't tell you how many great talks I've had with people that know that these tools could benefit them inside of their store. So love making the connections happen. Love seeing them make big things happen for other people. So ask us if you have a question. Let us know, and we'd love to make the connection for you if you're wanting to grow. You know, there's solutions out there. But thank you again for everybody. Thank Ad Group. Thank you, all of you, Justin, Cyril, Derek. Thank you, Evelyn. We love you all. Josh, you're awesome. And all the Think Tank Thirsty Thursdays. Man, I think we're getting in the tank this week.
I'm gonna be there.
Believe that this is gonna be a Think Tank Thursday. Whew.
Do you want to do a Thursday morning or do you want to do a Thursday night show?
I don't know. It's gonna be up in the air. Thursday's also Michaela's birthday.
Oh well, shoot, no.
Shoot.
We might need to just not do a show.
Maybe no show.
Yeah.
Maybe no show.
We may skip and wait till Sunday. You know, it's a birthday thing, and we're also getting ready to start this new thing. So, wang a dang dang dang. Unless you come over on Thursday night, we may not even do a show. If you want to come over late, we could sit down and start trying to edit some videos. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of groovy. I haven't done that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing so much live stuff. The editing has been very minimal. I used to do it like, I used to be quick at it, like cut. Okay, Pat, line it up just right, kind of right there. I don't. Take that piece out and whack it hack. So I haven't used it in a while, so I need to get back on that mug. So let's get it going.
Stuff.
We can have some
Folks,
fun.
hey, you do what you do. We're gonna do what we do. We appreciate you having a great time with us. Whenever it is that you watch this, whenever it is that you see this, thank you everybody that's jumped in tonight.
Yes,
we know that we go late, but whenever you get the chance to get you some of it, get you some. What's going on? Let me see.
Go see Joe.
Go see Joe.
What's up,
Hey,
Joe?
hey. Man, and the Josephs. Man, to see the Josephs, the Davids, the Michaels. There's so many great announcements. I mean, we love everybody that's with us, but there's such a great announcement, you know, that's happening, and there's so much more to talk about. Talk to you guys later. This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And this is Lou Ramirez, the car guy. No, I'm playing. This is Fred Lenars, the subprime hero.
Subprime hero.
Subprime hero.
I'm a subprime hero.
I'm a subprime hero.
Because I am elite FI. Get yourself. All right. We love you guys. Hopefully you have a great night.
Yes.
But, you know, close strong with a strong close. Get your scripture in.
Folks, last month, 30 days left in this month. You know what I say about that? It's kind of sad. I know. It's the older you get, folks, I'm going to tell you before I'm going to close out with this. The older you get, you realize how important time is. Even in a year like this, I don't want it to go away. I want every moment to just last. I want to take advantage of them all. I want to have them. You have children, you see them grow and they're growing out. That makes sense. And you don't want that anymore. You want it to stop. And you understand what I mean. It's like that even with it's like that with a lot of stuff, you know. So though the year is ending, I'm excited to start a new year, season 2 of our podcast, all that type of stuff. I'm sad that season 1 is ending in a sense, you know, because it's been such a fun voyage and it's been, you know, that mystery the whole time. It was always that ride of the unknown. What I talked about being uncomfortable a whole lot when we first started. You got to be uncomfortable. And we're getting ready to get uncomfortable again right now. I think we have got comfortable a little bit. So I think that's why Lou and I are ready to make a full throttle twist, you know, because we started getting in a more of a schedule. And it's been fun. We have a lot of stuff to be on a schedule with, right? And we still have a lot of stuff. And we have content for years already. Like we can literally use all this content that we have between the quick brief, lot walks, all his great news meetings and all those things that we have. And we can put all that, and then you get our interviews and you mix it in there.
There's a lot out there.
There's a whole lot. We're excited to share it. We're going to share it in a new way so you guys can get a refreshed refill of everything that we just did. So it's going to be good times. So I appreciate you guys for jumping in. Forgive, focus, and fly, and keep growing, and keep loving and keep giving, folks, because this is that season. Make sure you guys do that. We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see you Sunday live
Sunday
But you'll
night
see
live
me every single day
with
if
the
you
Brew.
go on and get out your way and don't know if you know what I'm gonna say and what. All right, so folks, appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate everybody for jumping on.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
Christina
Appreciate
just
you.
jumped on. There you go.
What's up?
Announcement. Congratulations to the amazing Car Guy Coffee. Did I miss a huge announcement? Sorta, yes, but
Yes.
not really.
Yes,
you know, everything's
no.
always huge. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, the announcement is that we're getting ready to drop a bunch of brand new content that is actually refresh content that's a refill. So we're excited about that, and we're getting ready to start a whole bunch of new stuff. So season 2 is getting ready to hit, starting in the new year. We're excited about the season 2, so get ready for all that, folks. And we appreciate you once again, Christina. Not to get short, but we're getting ready to get off, and we appreciate you for coming on, though. But it is time for us
To forgive, focus, and fly.
keep growing.
Keep growing. Keep growing. You guys and gals,
Yes.
go have an incredible. Guess what? It's the second
It is.
day in December.
It is.
Second day.
It's
Things
your
slowing
second
down.
day into the 12th month of the rest of your life.
Do not waste it. Don't waste it. Do not waste it.
All right.
We love you all. Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
so much for hanging out with us. Have a great night.
Yeah. Peace.